Yo, welcome everyone to a brand new video. Today we are back with some league racing and it's time to race around Japan in PSGL. It's been 3 weeks since our last league race, and that was because I was on vacation in Croatia. So that's why I missed the 2 races of Mexico and Belgium. So now we are back, and I was quite confident, at least in practice. So hopefully we can set some good quality lap times in here. And now doing a 0.811 split on our banker lap, which is quite good. I'm trying to get the final sector nicely, and we do. And then our banker lap will be a 1 minute 28.256, which is quite good as a banker lap. And now we're gonna be watching to my fastest lap time in this qualifying session. We dropped to P4, Alfie Butcher, Max Wiesel and Carter Lundy, I guess, improved on my lap time, so we need to gain some time here, and just missed the apex there, but we are improving, so that's nice. And now going through Degner 1 and Degner 2, we do take it quite good into the hairpin, braking hard, back to 3rd gear, up to 4th on the exit, taking it nicely as well. We're on for a decent lap time here. Now coming on to Spoon, 6th gear, back on the power, 5th gear for the rotation. And now it's flat out until the final chicane. We're doing a split of a 111.711. Now it's only the chicane, braking up to back to 3rd gear, slightly missed the apex, and we got the understeer, so that definitely cost us time. Messed up, and as I said there, I messed up. We made a mistake, and now this is our final run. But as I said, our previous lap, what is our quickest lap time? So heading into turn 1, 5th gear, and now adding a little snap. And then this corner we missed the apex, and that affects your whole S section. And now this corner went nicely, but it's not enough improvement to do a good lap time here. And then it's turned in a bit too early and turned in too early again, and you can see how much time that cost us, losing more than a 10th already. And the hairpin lost a bit of focus, so wasn't ideal. And then we couldn't improve, unfortunately, and then it is a P7 at the end for us, with Alfie doing a 0.107, which is a good lap time. But if I compare the lap times with my practice lap times, then this should be a much better position than P7. But now at the start there's no formation lap. We're gonna start on the medium tires.
Right, well, good luck.
And away we go. There is no formation lap because of a glitch, and we're starting on the mediums because the tires are really cold at the start and they're warming up quicker than the hards. And now we're in P7, lost no positions yet. And there's a McLaren up and to spun, and then the Mercedes next to us had a bit of oversteer, so that's us already up to P5. So that's nice to gain 2 positions in the first corner. What tires are the first, guys?
P1 is on hards, then P2 until P8 is on mediums.
Okay. So the first runner is on hards.
Past Alfie.
Yep, Alfie will be slow here.
And Alfie Butcher is on the hard tires, and he is still in first position, so it seems like this is working really well for him. In PSGL F1, Thomas Wonna started in P1 on the hards and he dropped to P6 in the first lap, so it could have ended different for Alfie, but now it seems like he's in a really good position here. But we have to hope that the cars ahead are gonna get past him. And I expected Luke Smith, who's now running in first on mediums, to get out of the DRS of Alfie because of the quicker tires. But now nothing really happened until lap 10, and this is around the pit window for the mediums, and now as you can see Cartolandi goes into the pits here. But the tires we're gonna go on are the hards, and it takes around 2 laps for them to warm up. So we're gonna try to do the overcut here and try to keep the car, as I almost lost it, then try to keep the cars behind us when we come out of the pits. So I was hoping that the other medium runners were now going into the pits. As my engineer Ash says, he doesn't want me to pit, and this is actually perfect. Cars ahead going in, and now we're gonna stay out for one more lap, and we have DRS and a bit of ERS to play with. So now we used around 25% of ERS.
You should be ahead of him.
It's time to go now.
But
and a break in time.
So just do your best, man.
And then of course we have to time this perfectly to get the quickest pit stop possible. Now onto the hards, and now it's just hoping to that we get ahead of the whole pack. And as you can see, it seems like we're getting ahead of Max Wiesel here. So we did the overcut, and now warming up the tires as Max Wiesel is going to the inside here, and I had to leave him space there also because he has much better tires. They are up to temperature and mine are still freezing. And now Cartolandi is right behind us, and you can see here how much more traction he has with warm tires, and mine are still really cold. But as you can see in the top left, Luke Smith is still in P13, so probably something happened to him during the pit stops. But now Alfie Butcher, who was on the hards, went on the mediums, and he is already coming out of the pits.
Alfie in first?
Yeah. Hard medium tries for you.
Just because he could keep his position in the first lap.
Yeah.
Well done. So he actually played it perfectly here.
Yeah, car is gonna go.
His tires were of course up to temperature when we went into the pits, so he has actually gained time on us, while our tires were just starting to warm up, and now then he went on mediums, so he could just create a much bigger gap. But now we're skipping on to lap 25. Nothing really happened, and Cartolandi is now trying to go for a move on Max Wiesel. At least he was using quite some ERS to get close. Also Luke Smith is getting closer to us. He managed to close the gap and get into the DRS. His car is now going for the outside, but it didn't work out for him. So he's probably gonna try this next lap to go for a move. He is still really close, but we are still on 50% ERS, and I was just gonna play the very long game, saving ERS right until the end. But Luke Smith is now getting quite close as Cartolandi up ahead goes to the inside and is getting past Max Wiesel now. So he made the move stick, and Max we saw is flashing. So that means he's under 10% of ERS, and we are still at around 40%. But we had to use a bit at the main straight because Luke Smith was around 3/10 behind us, and of course we don't want to lose the position at this point. Trying to get as close as possible without using too much ERS, so we can use it all at the final straight. And overtaking in the chicane is quite hard. It's really tight there, especially on the exit. So now we are starting to get closer and closer. We are in 3/10, and now we need a really good exit here. And it is alright. Now we're going to use our ERS. We are still on 30% ERS. Well, Max Wiesel is flashing, so now we are getting closer and closer, turning off the overtake to time it perfectly, turning it back on, moving to the outside, braking really deep into the corner, going side by side. But then we made the move stick on the exit, and that brings us a P3
go
in this race.
What a move, mate. What a fucking move. Let's go.
Oh, that was close.
Well done on the podium, mate. Oh, yes. Good fucking job, mate.
Let's go.
Race pace is so clear.
Yeah, but I just couldn't use it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tom. So at the end, it's a P3 for us. Alfie in P1 and
If the same would have
Carter
happened, like
in P2
yesterday, then
managed to overtake
Probably
Max
we were
Wiesel in the final
very
corner. So that was
thanks, Luke.
that was nice to finish it off.
Yeah, the hard mediums are probably
Unfortunately, next
like,
week
the
I
better
won't
strat
be
when you
home,
near the front. No
so
warnings.
I cannot race
What were
in
Wait, you got
Monza.
no warnings? Yeah, fuck.
But I'll be back in 2 weeks around Abu Dhabi.
yeah, that's what it is.
So hopefully I can see you
You're
guys
stuck in a
there.
trap for the whole medium.
I hope you enjoyed
Yes.
this video. We got no warnings, so that's also a good improvement.
After the
But just
after
have
the
to
first lap,
improve
I knew I had to
more
start hards,
on
but
performing in the actual qualifying session.
Two positions, then
So
I would have.
thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you have a nice day. I'll see you guys next time.
Still P3 though.
Ciao.